In making this film, I spoke with a lot of academics,
Sure.
futurists, investors, and there was often a point where the conversation turned towards the meaning of life.
Yes, absolutely. What is the meaning of life? Yes. No, it's exactly right. What is it? What are we doing? What's the point? What's the point in having, I mean, I often say when I've talked about this, I'm a total hypocrite. I live in a huge house. My children have left. I still have a huge house. Um, and I have 3 cars. My wife has one. I have one. And then I have this silly old 1953 Singer sports car, which doesn't really. But anyway, I have them. Why should I have? Well, it's kind of crazy. On top of all the other things I have, which are unnecessary, kind of thing. And it's sort of a platitude. Does any of this make me happier? Is the point of life to be happy, to fulfill, to be contented, to produce, to love? But it does come down to sort of what I term, kind of high school or sophomoric questions, which got us all into thinking, originally. That's why I've ended up doing research, going into physics and becoming an academic, because I wanted to know, the meaning of life when I was 14 or 15, and when I was 16 and read Kafka and got, and found someone that actually was dealing with those issues in a metaphorical way, that totally excited me. And then learning about mathematics and physics and realizing that, my God, this is one of the areas which actually does explain some things about the world around us, and seeing meaning in that. And that's why I do what I do. But I think that is exactly it, is that it comes down to these really almost simplistic, in a very positive sense, fundamental questions about life. And they have to be answered, at an individual level. But now, I think we're going to be forced into answering some of these questions at a collective level. I think that's becoming more and more critical. And, of course, people have done it I mean, the Greeks, after all, that was one of their big issues. And Karl Marx tried to answer it in a different way and so forth. People have tried to address these issues, but they haven't had what I consider the sword of Damocles hanging over them, that our head is going to be cut off soon.
Because
Because of what? Because of our success. This is the great irony. You know, the, the mechanisms that have brought us to this extraordinary place have built into them its own demise. That's my own view. And, and it's just an incredible paradox. It's an amazing dilemma.